Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Nakamoto Games charts and we're going to see where it might be headed, and we will cover both bullish and bearish scenarios as well, just to simply cover all of the possibilities. Now, for those of you who love trading crypto and would like to try out the same exchange that I use on a daily basis, feel free to go ahead and try out the Blowfin exchange with the link in the video description down below this video. I personally love this exchange because they allow anybody from anywhere to be able to sign up and trade crypto futures. So if you're from the United States like I am and you want to trade crypto futures, you can do it right here on the Blowfin exchange. All right, guys, so before we actually dive into the macro charts of Nakamoto Games, I first want to show you guys something real quick. First of all, I wanted to show you that the top 100 holders of Nakamoto Games, they currently hold 149 million tokens out of the entire supply, which is about 83% as far as Polyscan is telling me right now. And as you guys can clearly see, just to show you that I'm not bullshitting with you guys, I've been holding Naka. I've personally been holding Naka since December of 2022. And just to show you guys that, this is me right here. I am holder number 98, I believe. I don't know. Let me check my phone real quick. Let me just check my wallet real quick and I will prove it to you guys so that you guys know that I'm not bullshitting with you. Hang on, give me just a minute here. Come on now. All right, so Nakamoto Games. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but that is me right there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it says the same amount right there, 69,958 tokens. I don't know if it's in my camera view or not, but there it is. So I am not bullshitting with you guys. I am a big Naka holder. Actually, not big. I don't really have that much. But yeah. So yeah, that's that. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you guys real quick is the overall market cap of the overall gaming sector in general. All right, because the whole reason why Naka has spent so many weeks in the red is because the entire gaming sector has been completely dropping ever since March. And as you guys can see it right here, we peaked out here at around 39 million or something, or sorry, $39 billion market cap, and we've kind of been creating high or lower highs going all the way down ever since. All right, and currently we are sitting at roughly around $16.15 billion, and we are currently having gaming is currently having a little bit of an uptrend. Now, I don't know if it's going to start. I don't know if it's going to create another lower high here or not, or if it's going to continue to the upside and start making, start heading for new highs again or not. But all we can look at right now is clearly tell that it's currently starting to rise a little bit right now, which is, kind of nice to see. But realistically, we want the overall gaming sector to start blowing up in terms of overall liquidity being pumped into the gaming market in general once again. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Naka charts. Here we got Naka on the weekly chart, and it's kind of nice to see because we have not had a green week in the last 4 weeks, as you guys can clearly see right in here. Let me go ahead and turn off my EMAs. But as you can see here, we had 1, 2, 3, 4. We've just been straight red for the last 4 weeks. We had, again, this is that lower high that I was talking about right here. Gaming went back up and Naka went up with it, and it created another lower high right here. So I'm hoping that this doesn't do the same thing and we end up going up and up and up for a couple weeks and then create another lower high right here and then end up coming back down again. I'm really hoping that does not end up happening, but it definitely is a possibility, and we do have to be prepared for that if it does. But the key thing that I want to be talking about here right now is the fact that we are extremely oversold on the weekly. All right, as you guys can clearly see, we have made it all the way down to the bottom of the RSI down here. But I personally do not start to feel bullish on things until we start to cross over, until the RSI crosses over the moving average here on the RSI. All right, once it crosses over on top of the moving average, it's usually typically bullish 9 times out of 10. As you guys can clearly see here, every single time we have gone above the moving average on the RSI, we've been extremely bullish every single time. But as you guys can clearly see, we have been underneath the moving average ever since March of this year. So that is a good indicator to show you when we could eventually end up start going back upwards once again. Currently, we bottomed out here at around 60 cents, which is pretty much a high that we created at first way back here in February of 2022. We hit it again in March of 2022 and April of 2022, and we also hit it back here in July of 2023, and once again at the end of July in 2023 as well, and we also bottomed out there in October of 2023 as well. So we've got all kinds of support down here at 60 cents, which is very nice to see. So what I personally want to see happen, what would be very nice to see happen, is for us to start going upwards and to start breaking these higher or these lower highs that we created as we were coming down. So it would be nice to see us to be able to go up and breach past this $1.34 level, and then after that, I would love to see us to be able to go up and break above the $2 level once again as well. This $2 level for me personally is kind of a key level for me to determine if the market, or to determine if Naka is back in play for another good big solid uptrend to go above this high of $3 and what was it, $3.45 pretty much. Once we breach above $2 again, I will personally start to feel extremely bullish that we've got a full good chance to be able to reach this $3.44 level once again. But overall here, guys, we all have high hopes for Nakamoto Games. I mean, they have just been firing on all cylinders ever since inception. Ever since they began their project, they have literally just been, kicking ass and taking names left and right, if you want to say that. And it's good to see, to be honest with you. But let's go ahead and take a look at the daily chart now and zoom in a little bit and see what we've got going on here. Now, when we take a look at the daily chart, we can clearly see we are currently trading underneath all of the EMAs. And as you guys know, for those of you who aren't familiar with trading with EMAs, EMAs are all that I personally trade with when I'm trading futures. So I'm very familiar with the way that EMAs work as far as, using them for support and resistance and stuff like that. As you guys can clearly see, we are currently touching on the daily chart. We finally went all the way up and started to touch this 20-period EMA. Now, what really needs to happen and what we really need to see happening is we need this trend to continue up. We need some solid people to be starting to buy constantly in order to be able to make a trend to go all the way up to this 200-period EMA. Once we start to trade above this 200-period EMA again, and we break this $1.34 level, then we can start to feel comfortable and extremely bullish once again that we've got a good solid chance of going up and breaching this $2 level once again as well. Because as you guys can clearly see, every single time we are bullish, price action is above all of the EMAs. And when we are bearish, price action is below all of the EMAs, which is where we are currently sitting at right now. All right, so we just need to take this level by level and go each EMA individually one by one and break every single one all the way up to the top. And that's kind of all what we really want to see happening here. But realistically, me personally, I have no doubts about Nakamoto Games, to be brutally honest with you. I absolutely love this project. I have absolutely no doubt that we will, as soon as the gaming sector ends up taking off at some point in time again, I realistically have no doubt that Nakamoto Games will be out on top and will be able to, breach these levels that we want to see it breach in the long term here. So guys, overall, before I go ahead and wrap up this video, if you feel like you enjoyed this one and you got some decent value out of it, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the like button below the video, and leave me a comment below on your personal thoughts on where you think the price of Nakamoto Games is going to go here in the short to midterm. And hey guys, with that said, for those of you who stuck around and watched this video throughout the whole thing, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate all of you, and hey, I hope to see all of you in my future videos.